자, 65페이지. 빛의 마법일세.
Oh my god. What?
7K dreamer please.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. We'll be checking out Mythical Awakened Alf Special Dungeon, and as you saw in the opening, it was very painful. So for his passive, he does decrease damage taken, and he also increases his own damage for target damage by 40%. He also has a third attack boom effect, which deals AoE damage to 5 enemies. So this is not gonna be increased due to his passive, okay? He also has 2 4-man AoEs directly increased by his passive, and he also deals fixed damage and decreases buff duration, and also deals a lot of additional damage to magic enemies. And for his awaken skill, he deals 300% to 5 enemies and has a chance to block your awakening gauge basically, and it charges pretty fast. So to be very safe, please do not use magic teams in this dungeon, which is why I'm going to show you guys the offensive team first, and if you really want to take up the challenge, you can go for the magic team, which I will show you later on in this video. For the offensive team, I'm running the Mei called Red Grid, Fenrir and Dylan's team. Basically, just use a full-on offensive team. You don't really need Yuri's debuff because Mei should have enough damage based on Red Grid's buff, as well as Dylan's and Cult's defense drops, okay? So for Mei, you can go with this setup: double speed, HP, PvE jewels, physical attack increase, crit and lethal damage increase, and skill cooldown. Not really necessary. Also berserker ring and increase damage dealt to universal heroes. For traits, increase damage dealt to enemies who have decrease in damage, if that makes sense, you know what I mean, and also increase in crit damage dealt to universal heroes, and overall just more damage on universal heroes. For the front line, all my heroes are with HP gear with defensive jewels, nothing on Red Grid. Okay, Fenrir has HP gear and defensive jewels. You don't really need that kind of a level of gear for your front line, but for the back line, for Mei, you do need very good mid-awaken gear so that you can deal damage, okay? Now just use Mei's skills. You can see that he's already taking pretty significant damage, like the bar is visible. So just use Mei's skills and you should be able to kill him without too much issue. Okay? Easy. Now the magic team. So this will be the magic team I'm using because Velika is able, Velika's the DPS I mean, and Yuri is the one landing the debuff, Rin for lethal and crit increase, Scold for increased damage dealt to universal enemies, and Sylvia for magic attack increase. So for Velika, I've on double lethal, increase awakening gauge, crit and lethal damage increase, and magic attack increase, and same accessory, increased damage dealt to universal type enemies. Also for her traits, I've specifically changed for this dungeon because I don't want to take chances, so I want to do as much damage as possible within the shortest period of time, okay? And for the front line, Yuri, Rin, they're all with HP gear and defensive jewels. Scold has nothing actually. Now take note that Rin is not plus 10, okay, so she's actually very frail. And I had to make her level 50 for this video because at level 46 early on, she just died straight up. No chances at all. Okay, so here, because with Velika, you need to set up for Velika in order to do damage. So then there's a chance that your Rin may die. And if you're not strong, okay, you can use Guardian Rings for sure, that's definitely a possible thing. But look at the damage he's dealing to my Velika especially, oh my gosh. Half her health is gone, okay? So he's decently strong to be honest, even in the dungeon for his 4 target. So this skill does increase damage to magic enemies, so you can see how the damage like. So imagine this was in PvP, I think you guys can get an idea of how hard he can possibly hit against magic teams. But thankfully Velika just kills him in one shot. Okay, unfortunately without the buff from Scold. And thankfully I still have 4 magic heroes on the field. Okay, so yeah, that was the magic team, and I will strongly not recommend you try it because Alf is extremely strong against magic types. And you do get an awakened crystal, which is very sus. So please do the dungeon ASAP before anything happens. Okay, so let me know how you feel about the dungeon. Big shout out to my channel members Yemni, Phoenix, Yamaki, Hibiko and Reggie Bautista for the support. Stay tuned for more videos. Thank you so much and see you!